Hey guys, this is Joanne from Conwell Cottage. Today I wanted to make a quick video on how to preserve your tomato seeds. A friend of mine asked me to make her a video several weeks ago and I was supposed to, and I'm just now getting around to it. So first let me tell you the items that you'll need. You'll need tomato, of course. I use plastic coated paper bowls. Sometimes I use the saucers. Sometimes I use the plates. Depends on what I have available. It's plastic coating that helps you to get the seeds off so that they don't stick on the surface. If you have glass bowls or plates or saucers that you have at home, not using them for anything, you can also use that, but you need to put them in a safe place. There's a lot of foot traffic through here, so I use paper. This way I don't get broken dishes. Also, you would need a colander. You would need labels. I'm going to show you two ways. I use the plastic coated paper, but I also use the fermenting method. Now, some people use fermenting method, okay? And some people just use the plain drying method. I'll show you both. So let me show you real quick. It shouldn't take that long. I have this here bowl, the glass bowl that I'm using just to put my pieces in after I chop up the tomato. So basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this tomato. I'm going to put the colander under it first. Then I'm going to cut this tomato. And inside of the tomato, if you can see all of those little seeds around there, I'm going to squeeze those little seeds into my little strainer here. And the tomato seeds have a gelatinous gel around it. So the problem with it is that it doesn't allow you to do very good germination all the time, and it might cause fungus and stuff like that if you was to just put it into the ground. So see, tuck all of the seeds out as much as I can, and that goes in my little waste bowl. I'll do the other half. Make sure I get as much as I can out of this here. Oh. If you have to remove some of the flesh from the tomato, do so to get your seeds. You can do this and then eat the tomato, or you could do this and then compost your tomato, or whatever you want to do with your tomato thereafter. So there's a big piece of flesh that fell in here I want to take out. I have one more tomato to do. Set that part down there. And I'm just going to scrape it out. Now you got some tomatoes that have a lot of cells in it. The tomatoes that I'm doing here are called pink ping pongs. Got them from a very good friend of mine by the name of Joyce. She's such a doll. I really, truly love having her as a friend. She's always bringing me good surprises. We trade veggie plants back and forth, which is great. So here we go. About got it all done. All of the seeds from both of the pink ping pong tomatoes. So now see, it's empty. Okay, so I'm gonna put the big things down in there. I'm going to take the seeds, which is inside of this colander. Let me see if I can get you a close-up. See? And you see all of the pink in between there? Well, what we're going to try to do is wash as much of that pink away as possible. So I'm going to try to take you guys to the sink with me. Oops, excuse me. Okay, let's see what we got here. Get you there. Turn on the water. And I normally run it through like this so that the pressure from my sprayer is pushing out as much of the pink flesh as possible. Here we go. Let's see if you guys can see that. See, it's not so pink as it was before. I don't know if I can do it this way. It'll probably end up falling, but that's the gist of it. Okay, let's take you back over here. Sit you back down there. Okay, get the waste bowl out of the way. Now, I have quite a few seeds in here. So, can you see that? But you can still see that, like, if you look at one individual seed, you can see that it's like inside of a halo type of thing, right? That is gel. That's like a gelatinous gel that protects the seed. And that's what we want to get off. So, two things you could do. I could just take and dump this in this bowl. Let me see. I want to get all of my seeds out of here. Dump them in the bowl, dump them in the bowl, get them all into the bowl. That's plastic coated. Oh, by the way, you can also use parchment paper, you know, wax paper. That will also release the seeds in most cases. And I want to spread them out so that they would dry as a single layer. And then I'll take the camera so that you can see what I've done. And I'm going to show you the pros and cons with both of them. All right, so here we go. All right, so here is the bowl. Okay, and you see I have it spread out. Now, this method works pretty good. I've used this for years. The thing is, after it dries in about 2 weeks, you just have to individually pluck them all off of the bowl because it is going to stick to the bowl because of the gel around the individual seed. The other thing that you can do, but still will cause you to have to dry them, is you could take these seeds and put them in a jar with some water. What will happen is the seeds will ferment. So say if I didn't want to do it this way and I just wanted to get the gel off, I could just put these seeds in here. Okay, just put them in a jar with some clean, plain cold water. This is a piece of cheesecloth. I just cut into a little square to put over top of the jar. The cheesecloth function is just to keep the fungus gnats away. You know those little black gnats, most people think that they're fruit flies. Can't stand those things flying around. But that's part of being a gardener. And I put this on, and hopefully it'll let the air in so that this can start to ferment, but it'll keep the bugs away. You're gonna get a little stinky smell, not a problem. When it starts to smelling and you can't take it no more, pour it back in your colander, rinse it off with your sprayer from your sink, run it under the water, whatever, and then rinse out your jar, put some more water in it, put it back down, put the seeds back in there until the gelatinous gel has dissipated off of the seeds. What you will see is it'll start to bubble, and it'll look moldy and stinky, just like, you know, when things spoil. And when that happens, you know you got seeds coming. The ones that's usually left sitting on the bottom are going to be your seeds that is going to do what you want them to do. They'll be the ones that germinate in your garden the next time you plant them. The ones that are floating on the top, I normally just take a spoon and scoop the top off before I rinse the seeds off, because normally the ones that float on the top don't usually germinate as well. So there you have it. Oh, the other thing is the tag. Whatever you do, don't forget the tag, because if you do this to quite a few of your seeds, believe me, you don't want to have seeds and you have no idea what they are, okay? All right, so I think that is it for this video. Thank you guys for joining me. Remember to subscribe, ring the bell so you'll know when I produce another video. And remember to begin and end each of your days with a grateful heart. God bless.